They called the cops. T-Mobile called the cops on me. All right, let's get into this. This just happened about an hour ago. All right, so I I honestly thought I was just about done doing these T-Mobile videos, but this series may go on if this crap keeps happening, and the saga is not over. And so I wanted to do this quick video and talk about what has happened since the last video. And I still have to listen to the call that I did. Only a few people have asked for the call for the third video that I did. I still have that call. I've got to go through it, make sure it's all there. And if it is, I'll eventually do the video on that. But I wanted to get this one up. Now, this is pretty crazy. So back when I started this whole thing, I talked about how our cell spot was not working at our house anymore. And they were supposed to order me a new one. This goes back to the first video. And so this is the fourth video in the series. If you haven't watched those, you're going to want to go back. I'll leave a link to all of those videos in the description. But they finally got the cell spot to me, okay? And they actually overnighted it. When the guy told me, I think this was in the third video, or the second video, it was there the next day. So I ended up getting it, right? And I never got any instructions or any indication that I needed to mail the old one back. There was no return label. There was no literature with anything. And so I get this bill this month that was like ridiculous. It was like $200 higher than it should have been. I got on, checked. They were charging me for a non-return fee. Well, I immediately called customer service, was on hold for a while. They actually had to call me back. And I said, I haven't even touched the other one yet, but I need to send the old one back. I'll get the other one set up because it'd been sitting there for like a month. And I said, I'll get the new one set up. I'll bring the old one back. I said, there's a store right across the street from where I live. They said, perfect. You can drop it off there. They'll take care of it for you. So I had to talk to them a couple of times while getting the cell spot set up because it wasn't actually starting properly. But finally got it set up. And for the last week or so, that old one has just sat there ready to go. Well, today I said, we need to bring that back. Otherwise, we're going to get charged for it. So I get the cables. I get I put it in the box for the new one. And I said, let's get down to the T-Mobile store. So we get down there. And first of all, we walk in and they force us to put masks on. And we're like, what the heck is going on? Nobody's wearing masks here in Arizona at all anymore. But I guess it's their company policy until the end of the month that people have to wear masks. So they gave us one. 2 teenage girls are working there. And I knew going in, this was probably going to be a problem because every time I've had to deal with in-store, there have been issues. But I go in and I'm real nice and I let them know. Well, first we ended up waiting like 20, 25 minutes. They're helping 2 other people. They took forever to get to us. And when they come over and they tell us, we're going to scan your device here. Tell us what's going on. I said, well, I've got to turn this in. They told me to return it here at the store. I said, I got a store across the street. They said, perfect. Go drop it off. That way you won't be charged. It'll get back to us. They'll take care of it for you. So she tries to scan it. She said, this is not coming up in our system at all. I have no way to pull it up. Well, actually, before that, she goes, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Before we talked about it not being called up, she pulls it out of the box. And the other person there says, you got to make sure that it's got the cables, all the parts, and it's got to have the Ethernet cable. That's the first thing she mentioned. And I'm like, I don't have an Ethernet cable. It's at home. She said, well, you're going to get charged for the device if you don't have the Ethernet cable. You have to have that. And I'm like, are you really going to make me go home and pick up a cable? She said, yeah, unfortunately, you got to have it. So I came home and I got in my attic and I got the original box that it came with. And I said, fine, they're going to get this dusty old box with all the stuff in it, made sure everything was there. So I brought it back down there. Luckily, there was nobody there at this stage, so we didn't have to wait. It was just the 2 girls, my wife and I. She said, I can't scan this. And then as soon as that happens, we have 2 other people walk in that are going to get helped. And she goes, I can't take it here. You're going to have to call customer service. And I said, no. That's when I said, nope. And I have a naturally deep voice. So if I project my voice, it can sound kind of scary. I was not yelling at her. I never threatened this girl. My wife is standing right next to me. We have the other 2 patrons in the store with us. And I said, I am not doing this. She goes, sir, you need to listen to me. What I will do is I will print out a return label. I'll get a return label. It'll get sent to your email. We'll forward it here. We'll print it out. And then you're going to have to go drop it off at a UPS store. I said, no. I said, this is not what I was told. I said, they told me, bring it into the store. You guys are going to take care of it. It's not my device. It's your guys' device. Well, I have no way to pull it up. I can't see it. It's not showing up in your account. I have nothing I could do here in the store. I said, I am not leaving the store till I make sure I'm not getting charged on my account in 5 days. And you guys are taking this device. I am not leaving until this is checked in and it's being taken care of by you guys. She said, sir, that's not going to happen. I said, you don't understand. I said, I am not leaving this store. She goes, I'm going to have to call the cops then. I said, call the cops. I said, do what you need to. I said, we've got these other people here. They're vouched for me. I said, you guys need to call customer service. This is not my company. This is your company. You guys call customer service. You deal with it. I'm done wasting my time. I said, you guys made me go home. You made me get a like a 50-cent cable that I had to go get. Otherwise, we were going to get charged for it. And now you're going and telling me you can't even check it in, which you guys should have done the first time we were here. I said, this is not my problem anymore. You're making me go back and forth. I've had to talk to customer service. You guys are taking this device. That's what she said. I'm done talking to you, sir. I'm calling the cops. She goes into the back room. And that's when I said, I'm going to film this. I'm going to put it up on YouTube. So as soon as I said that, and I was going to film it, that's when she ran off, went into the back room. She wouldn't come back out. She's back there calling the cops. The other female who was there, working there, she stayed out there. My wife goes outside. She had to take a call on something. And she came back in. She's like, why can't you guys just take it? The people that came in, they're like, yeah, it's your guys's. Why can't you take care of this in store? She said, I have no way to do this. They waited for the cop to get there. So the cop's standing there. In the meantime, well, right before the cop got there, she came out. She said, sir, I'm going to send you the email, forward it back to me here at the store, which the first email address didn't go through. Well, first time she had me type it in wrong. The second time it didn't go through. She gave me a third email address. Finally went through. She printed it out. She gave me, that's when we get a text on our phone saying, you're getting a new one shipped to your house. And it gave us a number. And then I got an email saying, here's your return label. All this is going on at the same time. And I'm like, they're sending us another one. She said, no, you're not getting sent another one. That is the return number. She goes, I've got the email here. I'm going to print it out. We're going to put it on. You are going to have to take it down to a UPS store. The cop's there at that stage. He starts asking, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, everything's taken care of now. They go to the back room. He goes, I want to talk to you in the back room. I want to make sure everything's okay before I leave. So they go to the back room. They come out after like 5 minutes. He won't leave the store. He's standing there. So it's myself, the two other patrons, and my wife. And I never once threatened them, never did anything like that. I just said, I'm not leaving the store until they take care of it, and it's their company. I've had it with T-Mobile and their in-store customer service. I do not ever want to deal with them again. I'm this close to canceling my service and just being done with it. The amount of times I've had to deal with customer service, and trust me, when you call their customer service, it's great. But you deal with their in-store customer service, it is freaking terrible. Absolutely terrible. They can't do anything in store. And it shouldn't be my problem anymore. I actually tried to excuse myself, go outside and call customer care. And customer care was going to take like 45 minutes to get in. They've got problems at T-Mobile right now that they need to fix. They need to address this stuff. So in store is a complete waste of time. I couldn't believe that they called the cops. So I've got the return label on the cell spot downstairs. And I've got to take my time now to go down to a UPS store and actually drop it off to be shipped in. I am like disgusted at this stage. What's crazy is today when she sent the return label, I actually got instructions on how to return it, which I never got from customer care. I never got any return label was never even sent to me. They just said, drop it off at the store. They'll take care of it. And then in store, they can't even communicate with upper management. And they refused. And this was the thing is they refused to call customer care. They refused to call customer care. I said, this is not my company. It's your company. You guys deal with it. The other patrons were there. She said, yeah, why aren't you guys calling? It's not their device. It's your guys' problem, not theirs. So in the end, I'm at home with a return label on the cell spot that I have to spend more time going down to a UPS store. So they actually called the cops on me. I couldn't believe it. I've never threatened anybody. I have never done anything, but you could see when I project my voice, people tend to get scared, which is, first of all, I think it's kind of crazy because I would never do anything to anybody. I don't threaten people. It's the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. So for them to call the cop on me and for him to feel like he needs to stay there after he went to the back room to talk to her, they have, this is why there are teenagers working in those stores or young people, because they can claim ignorance. They can say, no, we can't take care of it. You're going to have to call customer care. It's your problem. So you can't use the stores to do anything. And I've just about had it. I told my wife it's time for my older kids to get on their own plans with either their spouses or their boyfriends, and it's time for us to be done with this and to move to a different service, because this is getting crazy with the amount of time I've had to spend dealing with customer service and getting this all taken care of, when they should have done this right from day one. So I'd love to hear if anybody else has had any experiences. What are your experiences? I'm at that stage now. I want to hear from you guys. What's it like when you guys go into the store? I want to know. I want to hear the horror stories. I want to know what's going on and what has gone wrong. And uh, guys, get back to me. I want to hear this. I may call customer care one more time just to talk to them, and I will record that call too. But yeah, if you've liked the video series, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You guys, I am pretty sure at this stage, this will not be the last T-Mobile video that I do. So I'd like to hear you guys chime in. I do appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next video.